Let me speak to this. I have clearance to use this quote attributed to Rich Paul. The Lakers are not and will not annoy us.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
That is the conclusion of the quote.
Wow. Okay.
But listen, he's not in the driver's seat.
In other words, the reason I'm saying that now, Vinny, is what he's saying is we're not annoyed. We're not annoyed.
I don't know if Brian Windhorst got the reaction he was expecting from those guys when he said that. I think he expected them to not react the way they did when he said the Lakers aren't going to annoy us and quoted Rich Paul. You see, Rich Paul uses Brian Windhorst and LeBron also. They both use him to do their dirty work and get certain narratives out and build leverage with these teams. So basically, they also have Clutch Sports, which has Anthony Davis, Draymond, LeBron, and Bronny all signed to it. So obviously LeBron can manipulate a lot of things through having this agency and basically owning the agency while playing in the league. You see, Brian Windhorst is going to protect LeBron, and you see he tried to clean it up at the end and say, well, we're not annoyed. We're not annoyed. When you just said they're not going to annoy us. So basically, LeBron feels like he has all of this leverage, and LeBron's ego is more important than making the right decision for the teams. This is why the Lakers should just go ahead and let LeBron walk, or do what you got to do to get rid of LeBron, get what you can for him. Because LeBron and Clutch Sports have the nerve to feel like they can treat the Lakers whatever type of way, and the Lakers need to just be sitting there waiting for them and not focus on prioritizing their future, because they should be prioritizing signing a 42-year-old man. No matter how good he is, he's 42 years old, bro. This is a business, and the business has to go on for the future. So Rui, Austin Reeves, those guys needed to take priority over LeBron, who was 42 years old and not going to play past probably this year, if even this year. So keep listening, though, man.
LeBron, from what I understand, as of today, when I got this update, LeBron has not, made himself available to meet with the Lakers yet.
10-year reunion, man. He was busy.
Well, what I've been saying for quite some time now is the first step in this is that LeBron has to decide he's playing next year. LeBron has his own process. Tomorrow, Bronny James has a guarantee date in his contract. His contract is partially guaranteed. Now, it is guaranteed for $1.2 million right now, and if they pick up the option, it's $2.2 million. I think it is very likely that they're going to pick up that option because Bronny had an increased role going down the stretch of the season. Having said that...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Let's be clear. Bronny played playoff minutes because JJ Redick is dumb and he's LeBron's podcast partner. So that's why he's even there in that position in the first place. So he's there to give Bronny minutes that he did not deserve and bench Dalton Connect and trade Dalton Connect and weed him out the offense. So Bronny gets more minutes than Vando a lot of the time. So don't try to scoot past that like Bronny just played playoff minutes like he earned it, and that's why he should be getting his option picked up. There's no way on earth the Lakers should be picking up Bronny's option, and he should have never got a guaranteed deal in the first place. It's more LeBron coddling, and it doesn't make sense. It's ruining the franchise, the great franchise that's called the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. Everything that Kobe built is being destroyed by Clutch Sports and LeBron, and it has been since 2018-19 whenever he got to the Lakers.
I do think that's something that at least is worth keeping an eye on about whether picking up Bronny or not. The second thing is that on Monday, Draymond Green has a $27 million player option in his contract. And listen, if he doesn't pick it up, it doesn't necessarily mean that LeBron would be going to the Warriors. However, if Draymond, who is represented by Rich Paul and is close to LeBron, if Draymond passes on that contract option, the possibility exists of him taking less money and him taking money in a spot that can give the Warriors a pathway to get the $15 million full mid-level. LeBron has his own process. So, he's not, maybe he gets in front of the Lakers and there's a formal contract offer in the next 24 hours, maybe it doesn't happen. But naturally, the Lakers, if they can't get, if they can't get some sort of commitment from LeBron, or they don't make it, whatever, they're going to have to move on with business, and that might mean that LeBron is limiting the money that he can make.
Well, why wouldn't the Lakers just say, LeBron, this is what we have for you, and as respectfully as possible, like, this is where we're going to end up being, because we've got to use this cap space, which is the one time we will have it during the Luka Austin Reeves era, to upgrade the rest of the rotation. And the simple fact is,
because he won't meet, he's not made himself available to meet with them yet.
Okay, we'll tell Rich Paul then. But are there any realistic scenarios where LeBron would have an offer more than the mid-level from another team?
I don't know that right now. I would just tell you that it's been communicated to me that the number one thing for LeBron next season is happiness, not money.
Notice what he just did right there. He was asked a direct question. Are there other teams that are willing to give LeBron the max or the mid-level or anything more than $15 million? And he says, I can't say that, or I don't know that. And then he immediately goes into the perspective of what Rich Paul would say, which is LeBron is only prioritizing happiness right now and not money. But notice they're saying that now after they just said they wanted the max like 4 days ago, that they're expecting $57 million and a max contract for LeBron, 1 to 2 years. So now all of a sudden, the happiness is the priority. LeBron could have said he was prioritizing happiness from day one, but he wasn't. He was trying to get a max, which was never going to be there. And it's been heavily reported that no team has more than the mid-level to give LeBron, and they definitely don't have the max. So Brian Windhorst knows this, but he's omitting certain things, and he's giving out certain information that would directly come from Rich Paul or LeBron, as you see. And I want to also say that notice that LeBron is not being tied to teams where he can just be the guy. He's tied to going to the Warriors and being a part of Steph Curry and Anthony Davis and Draymond Green, or going to Miami with Giannis and Bam, or staying with the Lakers, which would have Luka and Austin Reeves and not much else. But you don't see LeBron chasing a situation where he's going to be the guy and the expectations are on his shoulders. At this point, obviously LeBron should just stop wasting teams' money and just move on, because he's not needed. And they're struggling to find $7, $8, $9 million for him. So, but I think LeBron, the only leverage he does have here is he doesn't have to do anything, because he could just take no money and just play wherever he wants to play at. And he knows that. That's why he's not making a choice, and he's leaving the Lakers hanging and everybody else doing this fake bidding war that, remember, they started off by saying Rich Paul said there was 10 to 12 teams that are heavily interested in LeBron, that are calling about LeBron. But where are these 10 to 12 teams at? Yes, there probably are 10 to 12 teams saying, hey, we'll give him $1 million.
But are there any realistic scenarios where LeBron would have an offer more than the mid-level from another team?
I don't know that right now. I would just tell you that it's been communicated to me that the number one thing for LeBron next season is happiness, not money. So this is, obviously we knew that he was going to have to take a pay cut from $50 million. So that has been communicated to me. And what does that mean? Does that mean he's willing to take the mid-level? Does that mean he's willing to take the taxpayer? The mid-level is about 15. The taxpayer mid-level is like 6.5 or 7 or something like that. The minimum is 3, 9 or 4, something like that. I don't know what that means. But that's what I have to offer as we're on June 28th.
It's one thing to accept that in terms of the touches and the shots and all that, kind of your pecking order in the offense. It's another thing to accept it when it's the financial pecking order. And right now, Luka's in the driver's seat. Austin Reeves is shotgun. That ain't going to change. Is LeBron, is he like got a little leg room in the back seat on the right side? Can Austin Reeves, no. Or is he like sitting in the middle seat? Like, where is he? Where is he in that analogy?
It's not just a pecking order, but it's a style of play. Like, if he is going to go out there and like be the go stand in the corner guy, and then be the secondary playmaker when those guys are resting or whatever, does that change, the way he wants to play? Like, would he say, listen, if I'm going to be the third playmaker, if I'm not going to be the main guy, would I rather go be the support to Steph Curry as opposed to Luka?
It all depends on what matters most to LeBron James. Because here's the thing with the Lakers. The Lakers, I won't say historically, but most recently, the Lakers have taken care of their franchise player. When we think about Kobe Bryant getting that balloon payment after tearing his Achilles and nobody blinking twice about it. Now, granted, where Kobe stands with the Lakers and Laker lore and where LeBron stands in Laker lore, two totally different things. But it comes down to what LeBron James views as respect from the Lakers. The one thing that LeBron will not stand for, no matter whether he's annoyed by the Lakers or not annoyed by the Lakers, he will probably not stand for disrespect at 42 years old. All right?
He hasn't stood for disrespect for quite some time.
That's what I'm saying. Like that. So it all depends on, like, if the Lakers ask him to take $30 million and the Warriors ask him to take $15 million because that's all we got, would that 15 mean more to that 30 because you're giving me all that you have compared to not making me a priority in my own building?
If the Lakers pay LeBron James $30 million next year, they are absolute fools. This is the one time they can use financial flexibility to make long-term upgrades.
That's the difference, Vinny, between now and when Kobe was there. Because when Kobe was there, they were not a cap space team. I mean, they could have been, obviously.
And they didn't have Luka. They didn't have Austin Reeves.
Yes,
They've got.
I know it's not apples to apples. Also, we didn't live in an apron system where you had other things that happened.
Yes, according to Kevin O'Connor, the Golden State Warriors want to reunite LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the Bay Area. A trade for Davis would include Jimmy Butler, who's on an expiring $57 million contract while recovering from a torn ACL. The Warriors would also have to include draft capital. They have two future firsts and 4 first-round pick swaps to work with any deal. Sources say the Warriors hope adding Davis would help lure LeBron from Los Angeles to the Bay once free agency officially opens on June 30th. The pitch would be simple: reunite AD, team him up with Steph and Draymond, and play for Kerr and chase one more championship with a roster of legends.
No.
Joe, do you like this?
Hey, look. Don't threaten me with no good time now. I like a good time. Hey, let me tell you something. Man, if you can get AD and Bron over there, I'm sorry, Jimmy. We're gonna have to holler at you, bro. Hey, I know they'll be a little older, but I would love to see that. I would love to see that. In the Western Conference, Bron, Steph, AD, Draymond, man, them folk be over there clowning.
Man, it's cute, but no.
Can you imagine the space? Can you imagine the space that Steph would have to work with?
Yes.
With AD down low, with LeBron running the point. Because you saw how Bron was finding him. Bron has never played with a shooter. He's played with some guys that can shoot the ball, but nothing like this. Nobody, every time somebody plays with Steph, I've never played with, we know.
Hey, yeah. Bron and Draymond would probably have the ball handling duties. Okay, Ocho, but man, that'll be something to see because these are all guys who've already won. They've already proven anything you can think of, and for all them to come together, man, in the Western Conference, it's the West thick, boy. If that's to happen, I ain't gonna lie, Unc, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see it. What you gonna do, man? You gonna have to be a Warriors fan now.
Dang.
Hey, listen, it look good.
I guess hey, me and 40 Water have to be sitting next to each other, Ocho. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Jesus Christ had dressed, so shake him. I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some.
Hey,
I'm a Hebrews.
It sound good. It look good on paper, though. No.
What you mean, nah?
Nah, I mean, it look good. It sound good. Listen, obviously you know who LeBron is. You know what he does. Every team he goes to, he makes them exceptionally better, even at his age. Pairing up with Steph is cool. AD, yeah, he probably gonna give you 15 games, so you really can't count on him. I'm not being
Ocho.
disrespectful, man. I'm
Dennis down ass.
Yeah, right.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest.
Womp, womp, womp.
Oh,
man.
I'm just being honest, man.
Man, Chad, y'all see how Joe and I were excited, and here this man go his time to talk, and he just ruined the whole mood.
I'm not trying to. I'm just being realistic. That's something y'all are not being. You know.
Man, you know what?
Yeah, we got a bunch of old guys teaming up, and now y'all think they got a chance out the West. Like, come on.
Okay.
Man.
All right, Debbie Downer. Look, you know what? I take it back. I want AD to stay in Washington with Trey and Devonta. Damn it. Yeah, I want to see that. Damn, I can't deal with him. I can't. Not tonight.
Hey.
See, I told you, Joe. Man, you'll spoil every move. He the type of guy
No.
come in there,
Listen. See, this is what happened, y'all. This is what happened during the NBA season, right? Y'all thinking and talking with your heart, and I'm using logic and common sense, which is why I told you how hard the NBA Finals was gonna go. That's why I got everything correct.
Oh my God!
I'm not thinking with my heart. I'm using this up here.
Hey,
AD, LeBron, and Dre is cool, but
appreciate you.
That's like cool in the game.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, man. Damn.
That's like a little family reunion. All the old heads get together. Let's go hoop. Come on, man. That ain't finna work.
Well,
Ocho.
I was having a good day today.
Ocho, man,
What's up?
Till this N-word came along.
Not tonight, Ocho.
I mean, I'm just being realistic, man. I'm just telling you, I love y'all to death, man. And it's y'all fault. Y'all got me watching basketball, so now I got a better understanding of it. Now I got to get y'all in line. Y'all talking crazy. Oh man, I love to see that. In the West, man, in the West, they gonna be last again. Last.
Damn.
I'm just being honest.
I know one thing that LeBron is the GOAT of, and that's controlling the narrative. And he did this all the way going back to when he signed with the Lakers the first time. He knew that Kobe fans were the only people in the world that were not favorable of him and weren't necessarily fans of LeBron. So guess what he did? I'm going to go to the Lakers, and then all of the Laker fans have to now be a fan of me no matter what. And then when he got there, Jeannie Buss said, you're not a real Laker fan if you don't root for LeBron. And even Kobe co-signed him because Rob Pelinka was his agent, of course. So I don't think Kobe genuinely co-signed LeBron. But once he's going to LA, of course he's going to co-sign whoever goes to the LA. Now, LeBron, if he's talking about going to the Warriors, he's trying to control that narrative as well. Because who's the only group of people that don't rock with LeBron faithfully? And that's Steph Curry fans. Steph Curry fans are not LeBron fans for the most part. So now LeBron goes to the Warriors. Now y'all are LeBron fans, man. And you're not a real Warrior fan if you don't root for LeBron. So I never agreed with just because you're a Laker fan, you got to root for LeBron. You don't have to like any player that plays for the Lakers. Just like any other guy who comes there that y'all don't like all of a sudden. Y'all turned on Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, anybody who threatens LeBron, or y'all they blame everything. You know, LeBron's teammates have always gotten the blame. Same thing with LeBron. You don't have to be a fan of him just because he came to your team. You could not like what he brings to your team and want him off of the team. Clutch Sports has taken over the Lakers for the past, 9 years now? Hopefully for Laker fans, LeBron goes somewhere else so that they can finally have their peace of mind back, because if you just look at the general consensus of Laker fans, they're done with LeBron, and a lot of them didn't want LeBron there in the first place. But hit the subscribe button, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute.